eyes, my left on camera right now. But JFH, Justice for Hire. I'm also streaming on my Tai Chi channel. So if you know me from Justice for Hire, and if you don't know what that is, it's a martial arts show that we're producing as a community, global community. We have people worldwide doing this with us, and anybody can join the cast of the show right from your phone. The concept is community, global community. We have people worldwide doing this with us, and anybody can join the cast of the show right from your phone. The concept is community, and check out some of our shows. You can go to justiceforhire.com if you'd like to see just like everything centralized. That's the marketing website. So, but also I'm on Coach Jan. I'm on my Tai Chi channel, and where I am in real life, the coach of the U.S. Tai Chi push hands team, 3-time world champion in the sport of Tai Chi push hands, which is a grappling sport. And I love sharing Tai Chi. And today, what we are going to do is we are going to make up a form. There are purists, and there are purists. To make your own form is actually a really, really powerful and amazing thing. And it takes a lot of experience to actually be able to put together pieces of form with intention, meaning application, meaning that if you do like a move, it actually makes sense. It's something that you're truly training. I want to spread out a little bit. We have Autumn here who's going to be training with us, or might be training with us today, hopefully. So we're going to make a form right now. And I've made some of my own forms in the past. One that I never finished that I started shooting just so I could remember for myself. But I never really finished my own form. I have adapted some forms. But tonight, because we're streaming on Tai Chi, because we're streaming on Justice for Hire, and because, honestly, personally, I am seeking more integration in my life right now of all the things I care about. I'm a martial artist born and raised. I'm a filmmaker. I run a company called Real World, this is the hat, which is going to be backwards because it's a live stream. And we're running we have 18 days left that we've opened up the company for anybody to own a part of on wefunder.com/realworld. So check that out. That's REELWURLD. 18 days left to become an owner of the company and build with us the first cinematic social network where every video you post is part of a movie or show we star in together. This is our first show, Justice for Hire. So thank you to everybody, the 75,000 folks on my Tai Chi channel, and at Justice for Hire. We're streaming in 2 places at once. And thank you everybody on my on the Justice for Hire channel. Thank you, and thank you everybody on the Tai Chi TikTok as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a form that combines martial arts with stunt work. Right now, obviously, when you do a form, most of the time, most forms are solo, and the reason forms are important, as a buddy of mine once said, his name is Brandon Jones. He's a pro Muay Thai fighter and champion, and Brandon is the protege of Ian Morgan, who was our first action choreographer for Justice for Hire, and my father's first student, a friend of mine that was one of his students. And Ian Morgan is also a pro fighter, Muay Thai champion, fought in Thailand, really amazing guy, but also created the style of action choreography that we do with Justice for Hire that I've carried on ever since high school, where we went to high school together. He's a few years older than me. Brandon, his protege, said to me that people who fight are missing the secret, oftentimes missing the secret of the form. And the form, the Tai Chi form, the Kung Fu form, the Karate form, the Taekwondo form, the thing you do by yourself to work on your posture, to work on your breathing, to work on your focus, to work on your flexibility, without hitting anything, without seeing anyone else, to be alone, and to do this by yourself is so important. And so you learn forms from others, you train those forms on your own, and then once you feel strong enough, then you start hitting something. Then you start working with a partner. These are all separate experiences, and they're all part of the whole of the martial arts experience. And there's many other things that I have not touched on that we will, including stretching, including breathe experience. And there's many other things that I have not touched on that we will, including stretching, including breathe. Question or idea, always feel free to share. And of course, this video on both channels will be transferred to, I'll repost them essentially on my YouTube channels for both Justice for Hire and from @JansTaiChi. So it's gonna be great. We're gonna get to it right now. And if you can see, I put some arnis sticks, I just hit my own hat. Arnis sticks and arnis or kali, same thing, different parts of the Philippines, but same, different names for the same thing. We picked up a weapon in the middle of the form. What I mean by combining martial arts and the stunt work, and doing it at first Tai Chi style, meaning slow, and then we'll speed it up, is that we're going to do both the reaction and both the action and the reaction. So if I do an uppercut, we'll also train the BAM, the popping your head up. So I want folks who, most of my martial arts friends who are not in the film business still want to be in action movies. And that's just the reality. Every time I ask them, hey, you want to be in a scene? They're like, yeah, sure, of course. You know, like, it doesn't matter what the age is either. Like, the reality is that most of my martial arts community wants to like jump in a scene. Even folks who are like hardcore military veterans who have gone out on the field, who've taken life in real life. God bless them and thank you for your military veterans who have gone out on the field, who've taken life in real life. God bless them and thank you for your this form of communication, cinema, filmmaking, etc., to be able to share with my martial arts community and to be able to use it to communicate with you. So I'm always grateful for that. So, etc., to be able to share with my martial arts community and to be able to use choreography. We want to have fun. And so there's a bunch of different ways to take reactions. There's a bunch of different ways to throw strikes. We're going to throw very realistic strikes, and we're going to have realistic reactions that would help you sell the strike on camera. As a note, if you were to do this with a partner right now, if I can call Autumn over here for a second, if you were to do these things with a partner, let's just say I do a jab. Obviously she's slipping, which is awesome. That's the proper thing from a boxing mentality to do. But if she was going to do it on me and I want to take the punch, the note is that I'm actually not taking the punch. You'll probably cheat your camera angle a little bit, and then she'll punch and the fist will be about 6 inches to a foot away. So that when she throws the punch, boom, I pop my head, boom. Oh, she throws the punch, boom, I pop my head, boom. Oh, you know, and you have these little reactions. But then from the side, again, you'll see, we'll do the same exact thing for the punch, but So we have space. We agree to not hurt each other for film. So we're going to make a form right now, and we're going to take probably the basic boxing form: jab, cross, hook, uppercut, you know, body shot, overhand, step back, punch, punch, up. And we'll probably add some very realistic, very practical Muay Thai kicks, low leg kicks, and we'll see. We'll mix it up. Maybe we'll do a little kung fu. Maybe we'll do karate. Maybe we'll I don't know. I don't know. We're going to do it right now. First things first. Imaginary strangulation from the top of the head. We always start with the breath work and visualization. Why? Because one, it's healthy for you. Two, it helps you get a sense of your own. We start with the breath work and visualization. Why? Because one, it's healthy for you. Two, it helps you get a sense of your own visualization inside your body, which helps you move your awareness to the body, and it sells better on camera. So, someone who's doing visualization is going to sell better than somebody that's not doing visualization. And in terms of expertise, you will look like a higher level martial artist or fighter in a scene. And in terms of expertise, you will look like a higher level martial artist or fighter in a scene. From the top of the head and relaxation cascading down through the body, all the way through the heels, into the ground. Inhaling into the belly. Right now, because I've been working on repairing my body from 2 car accidents to me promoting freaking Real World, the company, the other hat around town, so I've been working on fixing my body from that. And so inflating my belly, as I've done in the past, as I've coached in the past, I am only inflating my obliques and my lower back as I inhale. But for my belly, I'm actually keeping it tight, not a hard flex, but an inward suck. As I inhale, I'm inhaling, sucking in the belly button, almost as if the belly button is touching my tailbone. So it's kind of like a balloon that's filling up on the sides only, rather than the entire balloon And again, I'm doing that to regain strength, to build more strength in my core after some injuries from a car accident. So, that being said, we're still going to do the work today. Inhale into the belly, keep the mouth closed, tongue in the ceiling of the mouth. Exhale, wash the color down. This is us warming up. Inhale deep. Exhale, and you're going to push the breath and visualize it going down the arm, the palm of the fingertip tips, about an inch or two beyond. Exhale, and you're going to push the breath and visualize it going down the arm, the palm of the fingertip tips, about an inch or two beyond. One more time. Soften the hands. Inhale up. Exhale, push the color to the palms of the fingertips. Inhaling up. Interlace your fingertips. Exhale, soften the knees, the hands come to the collarbone. Inhaling up. Thanks for the hearts over there. Stretch out of the hips onto your toes. Stretch it up, 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 up. Exhale. Washing down. As you exhale, it's not just you releasing the breath here, because that's obviously physically what's happening. You want to use the sensation of breathing to catalyze your visualization. What that helps you do is helps you get more control over your attention. So when you use the breath as a vehicle for your attention, and wherever you're breathing in the body, breathing through it, people say that all the time, you want to visualize a color, whatever intuitively comes to you to go through that part of the body, it allows you to gain greater control over your attention. Once you have greater control over your attention, you can program your attention with intention, which essentially means greater willpower for yourself. So, that means stronger punches. That means better selling of those punches. It's coming out. It's like, oh wow, that's cool, man. That feels big. It feels strong. That you want to be able to sell your stuff on screen. You want to be able to feel more connected to your movements. That's why we're doing it. Let's do it again. Inhale up. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. We're only going to do 2 exercises here of warming up. Inhaling up. Exhale. Wash that color down the arms and down the legs from the belly, like it's flowing out from the belly outward. 2 more. Exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale out. Inhale up. Exhale down. And this time, widen the legs, feet shoulder width and a half apart, so it's not just shoulder, it's shoulder width and a half. Hollow fists resting right on the hips. Belly pulled in just a little bit, tailbone down. Imagine I string you up. And the pelvis rotates in the femur, exhaling down, down. Keep the belly tight. Inhale, breath lifts you to the side and up, eyes on the belly button, exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhale. The breath should feel like a string or a rope that you're climbing and then releasing. Visualizing the breath, inhaling out, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling. And reverse it. Inhaling up, exhaling. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Drop the hands. Inhale up, exhale. Excuse me. I've been talking all day. I've been in meetings like all day. So I gotta drink some water. And like I said, guys, if you ever have a thought, question, or idea, please feel free to ask. All right, let's do it. Okay, so we're making a form up. And forms, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Karate. Okay, so we're making a form up. And forms, Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, they all have a salutation. Some of the salutations have martial actions, and some of them don't. So a lot of them do though, depending on who you ask. So we're going to do we're going to do a Tai Chi style salutation. So We're going to inhale up, exhale down. Actually, no, we're going to reverse it. No, that's good. Inhale up, exhale down. One more, so you get that. So that's our first move.
And you're bending your knee?
Yep. Inhale up, reach, 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 reach. Exhale down. Just so we're aware of this. So the inhaling up, can you put me for a second? Inhaling up. It's kind of like, thank you. Inhaling up is as if someone's body locking you here. You might push them up and boom, boom. You may come up here. So sometimes you can throw the head and push hands. Is as if someone's body locking you here. You might push them up and boom, boom. You may come up here. So sometimes you can throw the head and push hands. I do. What happens if you launch the head back? So here, when you do that first press, it's a launch. Exhaling down. This right here, as you can see, grappling. This is a move. Boom, right here. So turn, turn, turn. You can see I have her arm here. I'm walking her around. If you retract your leg, meaning rather than me stepping, but if I cut the leg at a more harsh angle, this is a step, this is a retraction. So if I retract the leg and turn the hip, sorry, you okay? So as you can see, the shoulder, you have to be really ready to soften your arm to get out of that. So this posture right here that we're doing, inhale up, exhale over here, is this, reaching with the fingers. This should feel strong, not hard, but structured, meaning that the fingers are leading the structure of the arm. The shoulder blades are open here. We're making a form together. This is, I'm pulling from other forms to make this form, and then we're going to go into some of the boxing. So let's do this. Inhaling up. Push, exhale, create that structure. Inhale. This looks like the beginning of the Tai Chi, Tai Chi poem, but it's not. Crank and exhale back into this stance. Oh, isn't that cool? I like that. So, we just did this little turn. 1, 2, turn. Sure. The little retraction in the arm, it's outside control. It's an overhook versus an underhook. This is an overhook. So we have the overhook here. So that's actually all it is. The retraction that I was showing here is actually the next move. So this little twist here is the same move that I was doing just now on this arm. So here we crank one way, we step, we crank one way and then step back. And now we're ready to fight. So now we're going to do a form. It's going to be fun. We're going to have lots of fun. Maybe we'll do some front kicks too. Maybe we'll do front kicks and low round kicks. We don't want to go too high. You can. We're making it up as we go. So we're going to go jab. So we're here, hands up from the side. You don't necessarily want to be flat-footed, so you can, when you first come into it, you can step and clamp into the ground. But now we're going to go from here to inhale up. Notice that my back heel comes up. Inhaling up for the jab, exhaling down for the cross. And now, since we're doing a stunt form, we're going to take some hits to the face. So, cross. And now, since we're doing a stunt form, we're going to take some hits to the face. So this is fun. So, inhaling up. 1. Exhale down. Inhale, spin. Exhale, step back into a ready stance. My left leg is forward. Again, inhale, spin. Exhale, step back into a ready stance. My left leg is forward. Again, so we just did pop, pop. So just so you guys know, this is normally, you don't normally do a martial arts form. That's why we're saying this is like a stunt form. You don't normally train to get hit. Meaning that, like, to actually take it in your face and to react to it. You train to get hit and to not react, and to be able to take not react is the wrong terminology. You train it to be able to absorb the power and move it through the body in a way that allows you to make the best decisions. So we want to be able to sell action choreography with a partner. That's why we're doing pop, pop. Notice that I take a step, I take it in my nose, I look up, be cautious, don't do this too hard because you want to train your neck to get stronger as you do it. You don't want to hurt your neck by nose. I look up, be cautious, don't do this too hard because you want to train your neck to get stronger as you do it. You don't want to hurt your neck by. Okay, so this is again action choreography mixed with real martial arts. So let's go again. Any thoughts, questions, or ideas?
Well, can you watch me do it?
Sure. You're gonna watch Autumn.
Just to see if I'm doing it right.
Boom. Excellent. Excellent. And now there's things that we can talk about with Autumn's form. So when you're doing a martial arts film, there's a difference between character and technique. And sometimes the character has great technique, and sometimes the character does not have great technique or has their own style, which is important to acknowledge and to allow that to be. So I say that because there are people who are watching this and may watch this after the fact that may not have any martial arts experience at all. Their cross may look like, ah! And if that's the kind of character you want, good for you, that's awesome. If you want to be a more technical fighter, which is actually a character trait, then I would give you different guidance. But I want to have that buffer of your expression in this form when we do it. For Autumn, she just did this. She threw her cross, but as she threw her cross, she sat. Her weight shifted from the front foot, ball of foot, to her back heel, and her butt kind of went back. So she sat down, but she went backwards with her strike. That is not necessarily the correct boxing cross versus going across the body and as if you're walking. Because in boxing, almost every punch is as if you're walking through an opponent. So,
I think I know why that happened.
Sure.
Well, because I'm used to doing that on the boxing form on the bag, and so when you're on the bag, it's almost like after you make the cut, I feel like I sink into the back hip.
So, we're here, boom.
Because we were doing it lower level,
Boom.
you're coming down a level when we were doing that in the boxing form.
Sure, so, boom.
Exactly. So I think like I'm not used to doing it.
So I'm just going to take the weight. My weight is here, but watch when I take my weight in the back leg. Because when you make contact, the weight's here, but there's a push from the back leg. So if you guys know me, like I also fought Sancho, and I fought contact, the weight's here, but there's a push from the back leg. So if you guys know me, like I also fought Sancho, and I fought the Beijing team, the big Beijing Pro Sancho team. And I hit him with the cleanest cross I've ever thrown in my life. I was like, right in the mouth. And I remember the amount of pressure I felt in my, with the cleanest cross I've ever thrown in my life. I was like, right in the mouth. And I remember the amount of pressure I felt in the right technique. But it's also an example of how much you really need to train the entire body to make impact. You know, the idea of someone being like, oh yeah, I'm just going to fight and throw hands. Throwing hands, you really actually need to train your whole body. So it's like, okay, boom. So what I'm getting at is if I take this leg away and look at that. So that's how much pressure, how structured this back leg is. And that doesn't mean that you should fall forward because you actually should be upright, even if I'm upright. Boom.
Okay.
So, that being said, Kung Fu wise, what Autumn did is actually completely correct. And that's why I'm saying.
Well, I want to do it, for me, I think I want to do it the right way.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. There's actually not a right way. So that's what I mean. Like the boxing has its perspective of how to generate power. Kung Fu has a different perspective. So if you are doing that, that's why I'm saying that there's a buffer, and they would argue about what we're doing and say, oh, that's fake, or oh, that's not real. If you've experienced enough martial arts styles, especially with masters, experts, there's so many different ways to do things. At the end of the day, you have to do what works for you. especially with masters, experts. There's so many different ways to do things. At the end of the day, you have to do what works for you. And the body mechanics from that style to allow yourself to learn more about how to generate power in that particular way. Because there's no one way to generate power, there's lots. So let's do the form again, and we'll come up with more. So inhaling up, exhaling down, sinking, bending the knees, inhale, turn, spiraling. Notice that I'm spiraling, reaching the fingers, not the arm, but the fingers to my palm. It's a very particular technique. Talk about it later. And exhale, come out, and notice that I step back. This 45-degree foot is going to turn forward. Now I have this double hand up. I have my fight posture. Both my feet are flat intentionally. And now inhale, short, explosive jab. I pick that heel up. Now I'm no longer flat-footed. Exhale, throwing this traditional cross. And then inhale, pulling back. Again, this is a stunt form, so we're going to take a hit for stunt work. To the face, got hit in the nose. Take another hit, across, The cross knocks if you're fighting orthodox and you're fighting another person who's fighting orthodox, which means left hand forward, right hand back. They threw a jab to your face, pops your nose up. They throw a cross, that hand comes across their body. The pressure's coming forward, but it'll likely hit and turn the face just a little bit to your right shoulder, the opposite shoulder of where it's coming from. So you take that, hit and turn the face just a little bit to your right shoulder, the opposite shoulder of where it's coming from. So you take that, great idea from Autumn. Let's do a front kick. And let's figure out what kind of front kick we want to do. Autumn did a front snap heel kick. So
I feel like the steps would be more powerful.
So that's what. There's some general thinking here, but it's really a form where we're just making it up and having fun, right? So let's see, we took this hit, and now if you want to get some distance before a step, I would probably tee here, and I would
step and then do it again.
I would step and throw a low round kick. That to me is like the fun thing to do. So let's also incorporate angles now, because this has been very linear. Throw a teep, which is Muay Thai, so we're going to pick the foot up, keep the foot, the balancing foot flat completely, and push the hip forward and bring it down. That's it. So we just got knocked out of distance. We took 2 steps back, meaning that we went pop 1, boom, pop 2. That means the person is closing in for more. So we teep, push them back, and now we know they want to 2. That means the person is closing in for more. So we teep, push them back, and now we know they want to set up for we can do a side kick, or we can take a kick. What would you like to do? You want to throw another kick, or you want to take a kick? Okay, so let's step in. We're on this angle. Step 1 foot across. So we're bringing the foot.
I'm not sure I naturally landed on the angle.
Sure, let's do it again. Let's do the whole thing again from the top. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, spin, keeping the posture. Let's do the whole thing again from the top. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, spin, keeping the posture. The beauty of showmanship. And now inhale, pop that jab. Exhale, throw that cross. Inhale, pull the cross back like you're going to guard. Boom, get hit with the jab. Boom, get hit with the cross. Teep, boom. And now we're going to. We've set the person up, they're expecting more coming on this line. Step 45 degrees. And now you're going to run this leg. It's as if you're running in slow motion, pushing off this leg, it comes up, and you chop down. And now we're going to step here, step across, and now we've loaded this.
Where's the person?
Right here. We've loaded this side kick, and boom. It's like a back kick, side kick hybrid. Okay. So let's go for it again.
Someone ending up on that angle for sure.
Oh, let me see. Let's go for it. Boom. Pop. Nice. Pop. Nice. Ooh, that's cool. Okay. Go. generate more power than others, which are real because you get hit. So that being said, let's talk about two areas that Autumn and hopefully anyone doing this with us can generate more power. So let's go from after the teep. So we push this out. Remember, the teep, you rock the hips. So here, move, hips forward and down. And then we're going to step 45 degrees. So if this is a straight line, we're going to step this way with that same leg that just kicked. Teep, down, step 45. And this is a big step off kick. I love these kind of kicks. Learned them when I was like 20, something like that. 18. But anyway, we're going to step off, and you're going to pick the knee up first. So make sure that the first thing that happens is that the knee comes out and up. And notice that if I was doing this on a straight line, the knee would come up and turn over and kick down. And because we're stepping out 45 degrees, the same concept is happening, that running up, over, down is happening, all that's happening. However, for this part of the thigh up here, to draw a line across it, cutting. So allow yourself, this can be a difficult kick for people who may not have the hips open, etc. Or if you have tight pants, I'm not sure if one has too tight pants, but if you have tight pants, it can be challenging. That being said, let's step across, bring the knee up, and then turn the heel. Before you drop the foot down, turn the heel to face as much forward as possible. Once you have the heel facing your target or close to facing your target, then allow your leg to straighten and chop down. So, step out, knee up, and turn. Notice that I turned, I did a 1-2. Here, out, up, 1, 2. And now I turn and I look. If you're doing this for choreography, which you should be doing it for performance, you want to give a strong look at this moment. You want to assess your opponent. You want to show character. You want to give a strong look at this moment. You want to assess your opponent. You want to show character. You want to show strength and posture. And you want to be in a nice little pose that looks cool on camera. So, teep, so, teep, boom, down, step across, boom, turn and look, boom, look at that. Now, if I was doing this more martially, I open my hand and protect my temple, because I know that something might be coming here. And you can still do that. Something could be coming up here, out here. We want to have the hand up rather than just right here. But right here could also work too. So I have this up, or I have it here. And now I'm looking at my target. I'm going to bring my back foot, my right foot across. And it is a back kick. And we're going to pick the heel up, aim it at the target, and put it out. Bring it back down. And now we can wall up. Boom. And now we're going to step this leg back. Boom. And now let's sidestep across. This leg back. Boom. And now let's sidestep across. From teep. Kick. Step 45. Knee up. Kick. Turn and look with your pose. Bring the back leg here. Stepping. Throw. Boom. And kick. And now, boom. Now you're covering up and you want to get your chest to face your partner, because otherwise you're going to get grabbed or hit. So you're here, and we're going to step, 1, 2. And now we're going to step, open up the arena. And now we're going to fight this way. And now we're going to step, open up the arena. And now we're going to fight this way. So.
You do it from the beginning?
Yeah, from the beginning. Let's go for it. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Starting very soft, but structured. Inhaling, structure. Exhale. Boom. Now we're ready to fight. Pop. 1, short jab. Exhale. Power cross. Pull back, guarding, almost walling up. and they slip through your wall. So you have your 11s up, the arms are like 11s, and they slip through the wall and pop, oh, they got you. Now they're going to take the cross, pop, oh, they got you. Get distance, boom, teep, leg down, step 45, throw the kick, boom. Look, and if you have one leg that's been left behind, that's okay. You may need to take a step, so either one or two. Step, step, and kick, boom. Here, cover up, and step, step, and now step, step, oh, take that kick.
Direction on one step after you cover.
Oh, sure. Okay, teep, step out, round kick. Looking behind, one, hold on, looking behind, 1, 2, boom, cover up, 1, this leg is now in danger, so you want to, boom, look at how you cut the body. The chest is 45 degrees. You're cutting 45 degrees so that any pressure that comes this way, if it hits you, it starts to slide off. That's part of the reason you step like this, sliding off, and now the pressure's in this leg. So we're going to pop the pressure off, and like we're running backwards. 1, our target or our opponent's moving this way. 2, ooh, bang, they hit you. They hit you in the leg. Ah! Take a half step in. Bang! Boom, and now you're back to your ready position. Let's take another hit. Let's take a leg hit.
Do a check.
Huh?
We could do a check.
You want to do a check? Sure, show me what you're doing.
Well, no, like we could, like we're walking again.
Okay, so you want to, like that.
Yeah.
Cool, that's awesome, that's great. Cool, so we just took a kick, step, step, and now another one's coming because they want to keep working the pain. You get a little bit of blood, you work the cut so they get more blood. And so you check it. And now, let's say they throw a knee and we block the knee. So bang, with the forearm, block the knee, throw a knee, boom. So we're here. Let's say they throw a knee, we didn't block it that time. That time we...
It's a 3-knee situation.
Exactly. So when you take this is just like taking a body shot in like classic Hollywood. Come over here for a second. When you take this shot, this is classic stunt work or stage combat. They're not actually hitting you. She's going to flex her arm. Notice that she flexed her arm there. So that, and I jump back and I flex my abs. So from the side, it looks like this. Like that. So all you're doing is flexing, exhaling, and coming back upright. Super fun. Let's go over it all again because we just added a lot. Actually, let's go from teep, and because I want to keep it fresh. Again, we're making this up as we go. We're making a stunt form. There really isn't something like this for stunt reactions. There might be a lot of break fall stuff. Maybe we'll do a break fall, a light one, a nice light one. Let's see. But right now, let's go.
You can't do that anywhere.
Break fall? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can. Okay, teep, step 45, cut, look, step, step, go, cut, cover up, step 1, cut the angle 2, push back, running backwards 3, come back 4, take the kick. So take the kick, check the kick, block the knee, throw the knee, boom, take the knee, and now let's step off and throw an elbow since we're in the middle of some close quarters combat. So that means we're going to step 45 degrees to the left, and throw the elbow. So as you step, think about pushing as you step. Boom. We got that step. And now, so as you step, think about pushing as you step. Boom. To the top of their head. So we're here, boom, here, and now jump up. Boom. To the top of their head. So we're here, boom, here, and now jump up, boom, up, over, and down. Flip it down. It's a beautiful whipping elbow in the air to the top of the head. So if we're here, we do the knee, we took the knee, we drew a knee, we took the knee, and then we do the elbow. Yeah, we took the knee, So notice that with that jump, there's a knee up that helps you lift your body into the air. So it's not just a hopping on one leg, it's a hopping on one leg and using the weight of the knee to lift you up in the air. So we went bang, boom, like that. And remember this elbow, it's like you're opening up the chest and down. And we'll take a few more steps. How do you feel?
I'm feeling good, but I feel like we should go this way, bro.
Okay, cool. Straight in. Alright. We're going to start going this way.
But I feel like there's some...
Okay, cool. Straight in. Alright. We're going to start going this way.
But I feel like there's some...
Yeah, I'll totally watch it. Okay. Okay, for anyone who just joined us, again, the concept is here. We have a form that is for stunt work, for reactions, as well as it is for showmanship. We have a form that is for stunt work, for reactions, as well as it is for showmanship. Making your own form is actually a big deal, and we're making one up as we go right now. It's a lot of fun. So here we go. So inhaling up softly up. We're starting out slow because you want to get exhaling down. Really get the experience. Inhale, spinning, spiraling. Exhale, step back. Boom, flat-footed. Boom, pick up the back heel now, short jab. Exhale, power cross, sink and cross. Inhale, guarding with your 11s like you're about to wall up, but they break your wall, your opponent, and pop, oh, it hits you in the face. And now you're going to do another reaction, they're going to hit you in the cross, pop, oh. And then you are going to get distance by teep, boom, push them back with that little teep. And now step 45 degrees, round kick, kick down, turn and look, nice little pose. You can step, then maybe backing up a little bit, and you back kick. Cover up because you're now in a compromised situation. They might take your back. So you get away, step one, get away, step two, and turn just in case they try to throw a strike. Opened up chest, step back, one, like you're running backwards. Look at that, two, like you're running backwards. Drag it, leaving this leg out and exposed, they're gonna kick it. And it's like, ah! You take that kick, you're gonna throw another one, you check it. And is it the knee next, right? We check the knee. We check, we block the knee, we throw the knee, we take and check the knee. We check, we block the knee, we throw the knee, we take a nice highlight shot.
Should we refine or should we keep going?
Let me see what you got so far, and then we'll work a little bit this way. If you come to the center of the frame. Ooh. One. There you go. Cool. Take the kick. Check. Block. Throw the knee. Bang. Take the knee. Bang. Good stuff. Side step elbow. Bang. Nice. Awesome. That's fantastic. That is very, very nice. Autumn here. Also known as AK Wonder and Justice for Hire, you can ally or rival her on justiceforhire.app right now, along with the rest of the community. Ally or rival anybody. So, rival her on justiceforhire.app right now, along with the rest of the community. Ally or rival anybody. So, and maybe let's take some more hits and turn it into a little grappling match to actually throw the person this way. So let's take a hit, taking the hit, and be like, oh! And as a matter of fact, because of that pattern, you'll see lots of films, even the John Wick movies, especially the John Wick movies, which are phenomenal, amazing, amazing action. Please do not get me wrong when I say this. But you'll have a lot of pauses, especially since it's called the insurance pause, where you have a big star on screen with a stuntman. The stuntman doesn't want to hurt the big star, so they take a little more careful about how they throw their technique, and they'll wait a little longer. And the editors, for some reason, don't pick up on this, and they don't cut out the pauses, but they're big pauses if you know what to look for. So here, let's use some of the realistic blocking to take some hits. So we just threw this elbow, boom, we drop down, and now we're going to block body shots. So drop down, and then block one to the side, boom, two, very much like a Tyson. So we're going to go, now we're going to hook around and down. So we have a 50-50 clinch, and we're going to open up the back leg and throw the person this way. This is called a handle flip. A handle flip is a Tai Chi push hands move. It's in multiple styles. It's in judo, but it's most refined in my experience. We took it from judo, but my coach Josh Winston did. But the handle flip, as Josh and Dan, coaches of the U.S. team, really did a great job. So look at this. We block one, we block two, boom, we're here, we create this 50-50 clinch, so maybe we can have a little pop here. Look how it opens up. We block one, we block two, boom, we're here, we create this 50-50 clinch, so maybe we can have a little pop here. Look how it opens up. Reposition them. It's a move to reposition weight. That's all it is. Some people who are not, do not have their center of gravity low enough can fall from that. I've thrown people with that move. They may be off balance for a moment. Most of the time, I'm more. We did our little. We're here. Step off. Up. Here. And now. Oh yes. So there we go. Here. Here. One body. Two body. Let's take a half step forward. A body. Two body. Let's take a half step forward to come into the 50-50 clinch. A lot of people don't know how to choreograph this. One of the most important concepts to choreograph within is using the 50-50 clinch to create a sense of realism and scrambling in your action. If you do Tai Chi push hands, you know how valuable this position is. If you're a wrestler, or a judoka, sambo, you know how valuable this position is. So you know how valuable this position is. If you're a wrestler, or a judoka, sambo, you know how valuable this position is. So time in, open the back leg so that movements more clearly. 1, 2, 1, 2, boom, throw them. Look how I'm reaching with the fingertips this way. Look how I'm keeping the handle on the elbow, meaning that 50-50 clinch is hand behind the opponent's back and they're with an underhook, hand overhook, control their elbow and their wrists. Let's just show this for a second. Look at arm, she'll hold it. This is the proper technique of this. So look, she's got my wrist. Can you pin it? She's got my wrist pinned with her elbow, and then she's got her hand controlling my elbow. And then she's going to flip her hand here, inhaling, inflating the tricep, and launching me, turning my body. Yes. So let's go for it again. We're here, step. Inhale up, step here. Elbow down here. And you know what? We're going to add a nice little flare for us. After this flip, the opponent's probably taking a few steps back. We're going to take this back leg and we're going to throw the knee up and we're going to jumping front kick with this right leg. So we're here, we just flip them. 1, 2, and just push forward. Does not have to be a high kick. You can actually, adapt it any way you like. But we're here. One. Does not have to be a high kick. You can actually, adapt it any way you like. But we're here. One.
How are you doing that in this position?
Sure. We're ending here.
Well,
so we're throwing in this way. If you look at the line from the floor.
my foot's this way.
Okay.
So was yours when you did it from.
Okay, let's do it again. Let's go. If you look at the line from the floor.
My foot's this way.
Okay.
So was yours when you did it from.
Okay, let's do it again. Let's go. I know that this is 45 because that's forward. So when I fight on this 90-degree line, or when I step and I knock the person on the 45 again, and I do this jump hit here, which is on the 45, block on the 45, block again on the 45, clinch work on the 45, on the 90, flip to the 90, handle flip to the 90 where my toe is facing. And now I'm on the 90 and I'm going to jump. So I'm going to have this leg forward, I'm going to run this back leg up. So I'm here, and I can bring this up like that. Woo. Woo. Like that. Exactly. So here we are. Up, and then push forward. Okay, let me back up a little bit. We're here. And again, this is just a fun little kick. Oftentimes, if you, like I said, I'm working on healing like from a car injury, a car accident, etc. So I'm not kicking too hard, too fast, or too high. That doesn't matter. Wherever you're at with your body, you can actually do cool action choreography. As a matter of fact, you can do cool martial arts no matter what. So if you can't kick too high, think about the opponent as if they lost some footing and maybe they slipped and dropped lower. So now it's not about you kicking high, it's about you kicking towards your target. And if your target's face is here, then my front kick going here makes a lot of sense. And then your choreography looks and feels more realistic because you're actually going for the hits, and sometimes the hits look sloppy. Real fighting is sloppy at times. When you have true technicians, even technicians scramble. So don't ever shy away, in my opinion, at times. When you have true technicians, even technicians scramble. So don't ever shy away, in my opinion. Handle flip. Front kick forward. And then maybe the person took the hit and grabs you by the leg and takes you down. So let's get ready to finish up. They grab you by the legs and you sit. Boom. So with this sit, you have to be super cautious. If you haven't warmed up, you want to do it even slower. If you haven't warmed up, or if you haven't done any break falling ever, you definitely want to do some break falling, and we'll show you how to get into. If you haven't warmed up, or if you haven't done any break falling ever, you definitely want to do some break falling, and we'll show you how to get into. Pull them both together. We're going to do our best to avoid that and sink and sit here. Obviously, I'm using my palm to brace, which is actually normally a no-no. Because we're doing it slow, right now I'm using the palm to brace. If I was doing it faster, I would actually go right down and use the meat of my forearm to do to absorb the shock of hitting the ground. But right now we're going to take it slow and just go down here. Boom, we just did that front kick. We did the handle flip, up, front kick to the opponent's face. They respond right away with a shoot. We slide back, keeping our hand up, and then we're going right in our back, boom, and come up and just be ready to guard right here. And we're going to push away. We're not going to do too much jiu-jitsu on the ground ourselves here. So we're actually, let's do a hip skate. One hip skate. We're going to put the foot down, and we're going to shrimp away and come up, bring one foot back, retracting, coming up. And how do you want to finish?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's throw we haven't done a step off to the left, to the right. So let's step, and come right here. Back, boom, come back to center. Inhale, exhale, come right here. Back, boom, come back to center. Inhale, exhale. It's actually a very cool little form. What do you think?
I think it gets like messy on the floor.
Let's try. Let's try again. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go for the whole thing. A lot of things it gets messy.
I want to be able to do it anywhere, and I don't feel like I could it's like the floor stuff makes that a little challenging.
I get it. I totally get it. And there are the intention of this is that mat here. It's privilege. It's always a privilege to have a mat, in my opinion. we're going to use the mat. We're going down to before. It's going to be great. But you don't feel the need to have to do that. Obviously, you can change this up anyway. We just made this up, and we're having fun with it. And so we're training some reactions and training some fun thinking. A lot of times forms don't have thinking in them. They have posture, and they have general concepts. They don't necessarily have strategy. When I say thinking, I mean strategy. When I say strategy, I mean adapting to an opponent's moves, because if you're doing this, and then you're doing this, it's an awesome, beautiful form, but it's more so like vigorous yoga, rather.
The long forms that you know they don't have a story attached?
It's not that these forms don't have stories attached to them, because a lot of them do. It's more so that the science of fighting has evolved immensely within the last 20 years. Immensely. So, because the science has evolved, the forms oftentimes have not. Most do it once for memory, do it once for tech, do it once for memory, do it once for tech times. Right now, we're doing this form to be able to take some realistic performance concepts, and that's why we're doing it this way. But notice that we're doing it in a Tai Chi style slowly first, and then we're building up speed. So your hands should feel warm, your body should feel warm. And let's go for it again, inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up, jab. Exhale, cross. Pull back to the left, pop, hit you in the face, pop, that hit you cross. Teep, creates resistance. Step, 45 degrees. Wow. Pose on, get a little look. Step, again, boom, back kick, cover up, get some distance. Step on an angle, step back, running backwards. Step again, get some distance. Step on an angle, step back, running backwards. Step again with the elbow. Oop. Elbow down to the top of the head. Block on one side. Block on the other side. Step forward for the 50-50 clinch. Open up the back leg and handle flip all the way to the other side. You toss and release the opponent. Exactly. Jump up, front kick, and come and grab your leg. Boom. Slide back a little bit. You're on the ground. Yeah. Get your feet up, get flat on your back, and then put the right leg down and push off the right leg to slide the butt back, pushing the hands out, shrimping away. So you shrimp away, and then keep the left arm up, bring the right leg back, and stand up. Step to the side, out. So you check, turn the foot out, and now we're going to round kick down. Step, and one more back kick, inhaling up, exhaling down. Again, inhaling up, exhaling down. One more, inhaling up, exhaling down. Again, inhaling up, exhaling down. One more, inhaling up. This is a video.
Boy, are you gonna go find it?
This is a video.
Boy, are you gonna go find it?
Can you stand in the center more, please? Right.
Kind of worried about the pole.
You'll be fine.
Or something happened.
Why is it saying live will end? What? It says inactivity. Hold on. Flipping out a little bit. Maybe it's too hot. Boom, there we go. Verification. Okay, everything's fine now. And let me take off this, because we're just about done. And we'll stretch up, of course. Autumn's going to do the form. And our stunt form, our first ever stunt form. First ever stunt form. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Good. Take the kick. Check. Throw me. your knee. Good. Boom. Jumping elbow. Bang. Good. Block the left. Boom. Block the right. Good. 50-50 clinch. Handle flip. Yep. On the 90. Okay. Take the takedown. Drop to the ground. Boom. Good. Guard. Shrimp out. Retract your right leg. Bring your right leg behind you. Yeah, bring your right leg that way. Keep the left foot there. Yep.
But I'm getting up, right?
Yeah, bring your right leg behind you. And keep your left hand up. So you're here. So you jump out and now move like that. Move. Oh. One. Okay, cool. 1, 2. I think we did a step, kick, and round. Yep. So you stood up, and you're going to side step to the right. You're going to check and step around again. So just as a note, you just got up. You're going to side step to the right. While, instead of just dragging that foot here, you're going to bring your foot up and turn it out again. It's like a bigger step. So it's like a double step to the right. Step to the right, step around, and kick. And now, get your little pose and look again. Pull the leg toward the opponent, and bang. Okay. Cool. Let's do the form one more time together, and we're done.
What happened to the other one?
It just disconnected somehow. We were streaming on Justice for Hire. Of course, please check that out. We're doing it one more time, and then we're going to stretch. Again, this is a form that we just made up. This is for stunt work, performance, and martial skill that you bring to the table from whatever martial art that you'd like. Allow yourself to have fun, and allow yourself to perform, to emote, to show the emotion, to show this is for camera. You're doing it on your own, but you're training for doing it in front of camera with a partner, meaning being in a scene. So let's go for it. Sucking in the belly. Inhaling up. Exhale, washing the color down the arms. This is all martial. So one side, spin, twist the waist. Exhale. Now we're in our pose. We're ready. And inhale, up. Exhale. Down. 11s. Blocking. Up. Boom. Hit you in the face. Boom. Hit you with the right. And then create some space. Side step. 45 degrees. Stepping on an angle. Round kick. Turn. See the opponent. Step. Step. Boom. Back kick. Cover up because you got to get out of here. 1, 2. Step across. 3. Step back. 4. Step back. Take a kick to the knee. Check. Boom. Block a knee. Down. Notice I'm using one arm, the other hand stands up. Use your forearm to block that knee. Grab the neck and throw the other knee. And then take a knee to the belly. So pop that back, body back. And then you create some distance by popping the person to the right, side step to the left. Use your left arm, hit, and then knee up. Elbow to the top of the head. Block down, 1. Block on the other side, 2. Step forward, 50-50 clinch. Open the back leg and flip them. Handle flip. I'm just going to be over here so you can see. Handle flip them this way. Exactly. Jumping. Knee up and boom. Front kick out to the face. Low kick. Here. Then shoot to the legs. You take blocking, dropping back. It's coming to so you can see on camera. Dropping back. Notice that I'm braced on one side. I flatten my back so that I don't take my back. I have my legs up to guard. I want to get out of here. I put my feet down and I push with my right leg, turning, favoring my right side, shrimp back, hand out, and then I keep this left hand out, put my weight on my right arm, and bring my right leg back. Weight on my right foot, oof, I bring it back. I create some space here. Maybe I do a little shuffle back again to create more space and distance. I side step to the right. I check another leg, but as I turn my foot
toward camera front. So I turn the check and I use that same twisting momentum to round kick across. I'm still looking in the same direction. I step one, load it up, bam, two, and I come down, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Big breath. Exhaling down. Big breath. Exhaling down. This time, you're going to inhale up. Exhale, reach the feet. Inhaling up, turn to one side. Exhale, feet. Inhaling up. Exhale. You don't finish your form unless you stretch. You don't finish your training unless you stretch. Exhaling down. Bending, 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 bending. Keeping my body squatted. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhaling up. Inhaling up. Exhale down. And switch sides. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Switch sides. Inhaling up. Try to bring the foot to your hip line. Exhale down. Exhale down. Drop and switch. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Suck the belly in. Collarbone up. Exhale down. Switch side. Inhaling up. Opposite hand and foot. Keep the thumb of the receiving hand facing outward away from your hips. So the palm is facing camera. Careful. Hand right here. Suck the belly, lift the collarbone. Inhale up, lift the knee, and open up. Opening the shoulder too. Notice that the shoulder's getting pulled back and the knee's lifting up. And switch. Inhale up, so I can really want to lift the collarbone. Exhale, shift the weight. Thumb facing out. Foot. Grab the foot. I keep my prayer hand right in the heart. Sucking the belly button with the collarbone. Inhaling up. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale deep. Exhale. Drop down. Sucking the belly button. You hiding behind me?
No, it just happened to happen.
Okay. Sucking the belly button. Each under your sit bone, so cut your hips in half, cut them in half again, and the center of each is where your heel should be aligned. Sucking the belly button. Lift the collarbone, interlace the fingers up. Now visualize the muscles in the lower back, lifting out of the hips. Hold, sucking the belly button. Lift your collarbone, lift your fingertips. Visualize the middle back muscles lifting out of the lower back. Hold, sucking the belly button, lift the collarbone, lift the fingertips. Lift your upper back muscles out of the middle. Hold them there, sucking the belly button, lift the collarbone, lift the fingertips. Finally, lift your shoulders out of the upper back. Shoulder blades going up. Hold belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Hold that entire structure, only drop the hands. Exhale, softening the chin into the chest, and then collapse the chest. Still keeping the structure in the belly, structured in the back, and melting down one vertebrae at a time. Hold the arms and hang. And then release, inhale, sucking the belly button one vertebrae at a time. Okay, up. Lift the collarbone, sucking the belly button. And let's do some stuff on the floor, since we don't stretch as much. I guess we do stretch on the floor. And just to be clear too, what we just did, we're gonna keep stretching, but we just did how many types of reactions? So like we did a lot of martial arts techniques. We did mostly boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai.
But we did a reaction, popping the head back. We did popping the head to the side. Let me put this down, stretch with while we talk about this.
We did checking a kick. We did taking a knee.
Well, we did taking a kick, because I'm only talking about it. Like if we do a check, the check is not it's really not what I like. How many reactions to getting hit, selling a hit, selling us getting hit did we do? We did take the jab, take the cross.
Taking the knee.
We did take the knee.
Does the
No, we should take the low kick.
Does the body shots count?
Yeah, I'd say taking the body shots and also the evasive moves are pretty interesting.
And falling to the ground.
We did fall into the ground, hip escaping up, and we could probably clean up that.
What's hip escaping up?
The hip escape, where we just shrimped out. When we shrimp out.
Oh, that counts?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's
I feel like when you're checking a kick though, like I noticed when I was doing it, it didn't feel like it was real because you do have to account for some sort of pressure.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
in general, like checking kicks, is frowned upon by certain martial arts styles. And that being said, please don't take that as me saying checking kicks is bad, because sometimes you need to check a kick. What I'm getting at is that it's not necessarily. I think that there is I've experienced myself from training with my pro fighter buddies that there are ways that I can trick them instead of doing.
Use it as a
Fake a check, and instead of checking, I'm actually softening my leg so that when I receive the impact, I move with it, and that's where I've had Ian, fall to the ground because he throws all his power in his kick. And if I check his kick, I'm going to hurt my leg. And you've seen people snap their legs in half by checking people's kicks. And so, if you're in a situation where strength meets strength, and you just have to hope for the best, that to me is not necessarily the most intelligent situation to be in.
Well, should we have it in there though?
Yeah, I think that's important. I mean, I'm in that fight scene with Brendan, our buddy Brendan Weaver from UFC Ultimate Fighter.
Could we change what I originally thought was this?
Are you saying that we did that?
Well, that's what I meant, but I used the wrong language, and so you thought I meant something else.
A body shot.
You thought that I meant raise the leg as a check, but I meant this.
Oh, you meant block.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think checking is important. I think we did a fun form that actually brings a lot of important concepts that, especially again, if you haven't done sport fighting, or if you're in a martial art that is more based on self-defense reactions, action and reaction. I think some of the self-defense classes, obviously we're at Shaolin American Self-Defense Academy. Some of their concepts that I've come across are really cool in terms of canceling someone's weight, so that they have realistic reactions of you kick somebody in the groin, their body drops. So therefore you do these techniques because the level has changed. That's really important stuff. And I think that not necessarily all martial arts have that kind of thinking in them, which I think is really key, really pivotal. Autumn's doing a really important move, which I'm going to do too, which I haven't done in a while. I'm going to do it slowly because I'm revving my lower part of my body back up. All right. Oh yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna drop down.
It's also a nice stretch for the abs too.
Inhaling up. Exhale. I'm so happy we did this.
That was really nice.
Super
it
fun.
actually really makes me want to do more forms in general. That was really lowered the scariness.
Yeah.
So. I really.
You mean you felt intimidated by the concept of form?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I watch you do your forms
So often, and there's one of them that's very extensive.
Yeah, the long Wu style.
And that one is like very intimidating, and like that's kind of what I associate. And there's nothing in between that and then like the children's one. And so
Well, there are, but they're all.
no, I mean I'm not privy.
Well, you see me do 6-minute, 10-minute, and 15 to 30-minute forms.
Yeah, and that's very intimidating.
Yeah, even the 6-minute form. So she's talking about Tai Chi forms that I do, which I do 3 on a regular basis. Now I do 4 with the Tai Chi poem, which is 2 minutes, but it's also like for children. So
It's like 30 seconds.
yeah, you're right. It's like 30 seconds. It's like 30 seconds to a minute. I did it with in a meeting today. I was like, let me show you some Tai Chi, and they're like, oh, this is great. Oh, I know some Tai Chi. It's exactly how you're supposed to feel. So that's why you teach the kids.
I noticed that the stuff doesn't stay on your feet as much as it does mine.
Maybe you have a different skin than mine. Mm-hmm.
Your feet are really soft skin.
Soft?
On the bottom.
Soft.
Like it's rough but it's soft. Like the outside layer is rough, but then like the mass is soft.
Versus your skin,
Which I feel like my feet aren't soft like in the muscles compared to yours.
Are you saying that you have more muscle in your feet than mine?
No, I'm saying yours are more acclimated.
To mass.
There's rough on the skin and soft to take to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Inhale up. If you guys don't do stretches like this, I highly recommend it. Keeping the body flat, turning, I'm turning my face to my nose to my right hand, and I'm lifting my right leg and putting it over behind. Really nice. Am I kicking on him? Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. You're clear now.
Thank you. So aware. It's crazy how many people.
Go ahead.
It's crazy how many people follow in my network follow follow what's happening on social media. Like when I post if you don't we're still streaming on my Coach Jan. So so this will be the one that's if you're a Justice for Hire person watching this on YouTube after the live stream, this is my Coach Jan channel. So because of what we're doing with Real World, which I should probably switch my hat soon to shoot a little video, but because of what we're doing with Real World, which is REELWURLD, that's the company that's producing this Justice for Hire show. That's the app. It's a cinematic social network company. So our app is from Real World, which is the company that I run in real life, and then in the show Justice for Hire, I play a former vigilante that starts an app that's like Uber for heroes, where you can hire a hero or become one and get paid. So that's Justice for Hire. That's the concept. And that's why we have a global cast of people all creating scenes from their phone to do this with us. So we have a lot of folks that are just like telling me on a daily basis, like, hey, I saw your last video for Real World. Like, yeah, no, what you were talking about a couple days ago for Real World. And I'm so happy about that because I don't really get that. Every community I have a different relationship with. I don't. Right now, I've gone from a position in my life where I'm not meeting with anybody for the most part. And in the last 2 weeks, because we have 18 days now left for people to own part of our company, we've opened up our company to the public. It's not like an IPO. It's not us doing stock on publicly traded stock, but it's us on wefunder.com/realworld, and you can follow Real World on TikTok at REELWURLD. At Justice for Hire for our show. So people in my professional network, like media network, etc., are reaching out saying, hey, I saw what you were talking about here, and the guy today in the meeting was like, yeah, what you were saying about the technique of language. And it was just really cool. Like a producer sent me a rude email, but if you don't know how to read it, you don't know that it's rude. So you may take someone, I think this is really important to be able to, in Tai Chi, for me, to be able to take my learnings as a 3-time world champion player and as a coach of other champions, and apply that to other areas of my life, to business, etc., and to be able to look at technique of a thing, whether it's an industry or it's the use of visual communication or it's a sentence that someone delivers, and to be able to break those things down into clear, repeatable techniques. So I do it with push hands all the time, my sport. I do it with language, and I made my first video doing it with language this past week, and it's on the Real World channel. Someone sent me an aggressive email. I broke it down into 3 parts, the same way you're supposed to break down any technique into 3 parts, to show people like, hey, if you encounter this, this is actually what's happening, and this is used in business all the time to essentially to get leverage over another person. So I think it's really important to have those kind of conversations in the culture. I'll be sharing more of that on my Tai Chi channel, and because I just want to make sure that people can realize that this is not just about playing a sport.
Is this a knot or a tendon right here? Can you feel it?
Can you come over here?
No, I don't want to move my position.
Oh, okay, sure. Hold on a second. 1 second. You guys are checking this?
Right here, right out where this is. My index finger.
Your index, relax a second. I think that's, let me see. I think you have a knot.
Yeah, I think I found it. I think that's like the knot that I've been struggling with for like a month.
Oh, really? That's a huge knot.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a bunch of hard tendons here.
It feels circular though.
Yeah, that felt like a ball. Let me see. Let me see. That?
Yeah. What do you think?
Huh. That's interesting.
Because I noticed it when I was doing this stretch, but it started hurting when I started stretching like this, but it doesn't hurt any other stretch. And I was like, huh.
Very interesting.
It's like in the middle.
So remember, guys, take a long time stretching. Like if you work the body, just take a long time stretching. Because you want to continue to work the body and continue to gain. You remember, you also get like 30% more muscle, like recovery and growth from like stretching. So it's
Where
important.
did you learn that?
Learned that like from one of my bodybuilder buddies in like college. He's like, yeah, you gotta do this. He's like, you gotta stretch, man. You gotta get, he's like beautifully formed. My buddy Clarence, who I've told you about, he's like, oh yeah, man, he's like 30% more muscle, you gotta do the stretching. I was like, wow, that's cool. And that's like, but there's more to it. You have to stretch within like, I think 40 seconds to a minute after a particular exercise. It's like to get that. It's not just simple.
So it's
stretch.
like at the gym in between sets.
Yeah, in between sets. So I mean, obviously, like after you train, you want to stretch, but it's not the same. Like, yeah. So I may throw that metric out there, but it's actually like, it's supposed to be right after a particular exercise.
I want chickpeas.
I'm totally down for chickpeas.
Let me make them when I get home.
We should definitely do a little. I'm really happy you did the form today. And guys, I want to make sure if anyone has any thoughts, questions, or ideas, please share them. And again, tonight was every Friday night. So every Friday night we have open choreography training for the Justice for Hire community. So anybody who joins the cast from justiceforhire.app to become part of the show, which is free to join, as long as you create 3 videos of any kind on the app, you are eligible to come and train in this sponsored facility in North Hollywood in Los Angeles. So shout out to Sensei Donnie Jeffcoat of Shaolin American Self-Defense Academy that sponsors us. So I think it's really important to have to say that, because what we're doing really is community-based. It really is about us coming together and making stuff together on a regular basis. So if you have any thoughts, questions, or ideas on that, feel free to ask. And if you are if you like what I do in the Tai Chi world, I'm always down to make videos for people to clarify any concepts. Or I'm a coach. I don't consider myself, a sifu per se, or a master per se. That doesn't mean that I'm not aware of the formula for mastery, and I'll share that right now, which my coach shared with me, which is you take one thing, break it into 3 parts, train each part individually, and then put it back together, and you've mastered it. That is the formula for mastery. I find that very true in all things, which is why I broke down someone's email to me into 3 parts earlier this week. And that's not to say that you can't break down 3 parts into 3 smaller parts, meaning 9 parts, and then train each one of those, so you can keep breaking things down into 3s to clarify beginning, middle, end of a technique, etc. So if you ever have ever want me to clarify anything you're learning in the Tai Chi world from your master, from your teacher, to give you a different perspective on it that may help you with your learning from them, I'm very open to doing that. I do that for a lot of folks. I coach not only the U.S. Tai Chi push hands team, but I coach other international teams quietly, meaning that they don't publicize that I work with them, but I am highly strategic in how I use Tai Chi. So I love breaking down the strategy. I love working with people, and I also have a deep respect for some of the other coaches at the world class level in the sport of Tai Chi push hands. So shout out to Nacho from Spain, shout out to Coach Barry McGinley in London, shout out to Tony Wukong in Russia, shout out to everybody who is Chuishou Chen in Taiwan, shout out to just all the top coaches in the sport. And of course, justiceforhire.com, please join us. .app is the show.com. You'll learn everything about the show at Justice for Hire, TikTok, YouTube everywhere, at Jan's Tai Chi everywhere. Realworld.com is my company, our cinematic social network. Learn how you can join us and own part of the company for 18 more days. And so I definitely got to put this video out right away so people know that on the other platforms. I'll put out a video tonight too. It's pretty public. Please check it out. wefunder.com/REELWURLD. And let's take the last moment to close our eyes, inhale white light into the belly. And we're going to use the sound ah to visualize the light, feel the vibration in the body with the sound, to move that visualization through the body, fill the body with white light. Inhale white light. Make a big bubble of light around the body. Inhale white light. And spread the light as far as you can. Gratitude for your body, gratitude for the space that you're in, the good people in your life. Thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you on one of those channels, at Real World, at Justice for Hire, at Jan's Tai Chi. I love you guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.